Hi, my name is Matt Steele, and this is my art. What do I do? First off, I think I am a lot of things. I've been called a lot of things, and a lot of people have probably looked at me and said, "Who's that guy?" But I do art as a hobby. At one point in my life, I was doing this at school. Actually, I was, if you've heard of Glee, I was at a Glee school before Glee ever existed on TV. For me, it's hard to express in words. This is kind of awkward, but for me, my words come through my hands and through my art. So when I face a camera or when I face an audience, it's not always perfect, but I try my best to express myself. But when I first merged art and worship and all of that together, I'd have to say is when I realized that God put this in my life for a great purpose, and when people find their purpose, they will use anything and everything to glorify God with it. And so that's where I've come to. I used $1.50 worth of salt. It was an idea I had last night, believe it or not. Ideas, I've said this before, ideas come from everywhere. This one came out of Matthew 5, where after Jesus said about the Beatitudes, he went into saying that we are the salt and light of the earth. And to me, that there's no greater representation of us as Christians, as believers, as salt. It has so many qualities, and I heard this and it just blew my mind to think that there's about 7 billion people in the world, and there's 7 billion people that God formed and created. Jeremiah, he talks about he knew us before we ever were born, and God, in the beginning, God created. I think that's the first essence of what God is he's a creator, and he created us, and in us he put his Holy Spirit, and through that we are creators. And if we don't create, I don't know anything else that can create but us. I get inspired by all sorts of things. I tend to lean towards music because it's always something that's easily we can listen to, and our heart just kind of pounds. You talked about lions. I just explode because there's so much power and strength, and you know, maybe that's an inner self of all of us, is that we're inside, we're really actually very colorful and very powerful people, that we're holding back our true selves. But I get a lot of inspiration from messages, from even the youth. I mean, from any types of creative people. I get it from every direction. So I just really encourage anybody from 6th grade, even younger than that, if they have something to offer, I will gladly listen and just want to take whatever God gives me. So this is where I think I've come alive, not only in the past few years, but just in my prayer life and in my worship. I feel like once you tap into that gift, or once you tap into what God's called you to be talented in, you will come alive. And that doesn't mean just art or music, or it could be dance, or it could be writing, it could be any kind of cooking. It could be a very simple gift that God put inside of each and every one of us to show his glory through. So we are all created.